Hey everyone, Pastor D here. I just wanted to make a real quick video. I was at Planet Fitness working out a little bit earlier today, and I met a man there named Earl, and name doesn't really matter, but I was talking with Earl, and he got to asking me questions, and it came out that I was a pastor, and he asked me a question. It was really kind of interesting, and I've been thinking about it ever since then. It's been more than an hour ago, and it hasn't left my mind. He asked me about foot washing. And he said, don't you think that in this day and age it's outlived its usefulness? And, part of my gut instinct was to tell him, yeah, it has. But then the more I thought about it, I asked him, I said, Earl, have you ever been in the hospital in such a condition that you had to wait, or allow somebody else to wait on you in such a way that it meant giving you a bath? And he said, yeah. And he said, man, I hate that. And I said, there's the point. I said, I don't know, probably there is somebody, but I said, I really don't know anybody who enjoys being in the hospital and letting somebody else give you a bath, because, for lack of a better term, you're completely exposed at that moment. You're vulnerable, and it's embarrassing. It's humbling. That was really the whole thing with Jesus and his disciples when it came to washing their feet. If you remember the story, when it came to Peter, Peter didn't want to let him wash his feet. And Jesus told him, if you don't let me wash your feet, then you have no part in me. Now, it's kind of gross to think about this, but in those days, they didn't wear shoes like we do. They didn't have socks like we do. They didn't have roads like we do. So wherever they went, their feet got dusty and dirty, smelly. And to wash their feet, it was a humbling experience to let somebody else wash your feet. And that's exactly what Jesus was trying to convey. It's not so much about washing the feet. It is the fact that we make ourselves completely vulnerable, that we expose ourselves to Christ or to others, and we allow them to see the real us, and we yield ourselves completely to them. That's the point, as I shared with Earl there, and I wanted to share just real quickly today. I'm not saying that you necessarily have to participate in foot washing. I think it's a good thing. But the point of the matter is, Christ was trying to get across to his disciples, and therefore to us, that we have to make ourselves vulnerable, expose the real us, all of our nastiness, all of our grime that we don't want anybody else knowing. We had to make that real and vulnerable, not only to Jesus, but to other people. Because when we do that, they know the real us. That's what the whole idea of foot washing is, that we, it's not only humbling for the person having their feet washed, but what about the person who's washing them? It is a very humbling experience. And again, I'm not saying this today that everybody needs to go out and practice foot washing. In the upbringing that I've had, the denomination I was raised in, we did practice this and still do practice this. But the point of the matter is, I'm simply trying to say that it's not so much the washing the feet. It is the fact that Jesus was trying to show us we have to open ourselves up to others and let them know the real us, the stuff we want to keep hidden. It's kind of interesting. When you have a foot washing service, everybody goes home and washes their feet and clips their nails and make sure they have clean socks, or the ladies make sure they have new pantyhose on, because they don't want anybody to see their flaws and their imperfections. That's not what he's talking about at all. Jesus says, make yourself real, make yourself open, expose yourself vulnerable, both to God and to others. I hope that helps somebody today. I hope you have a great day. Come back and see me again.